Welcome back to another episode of PlanetSide Command Center. Tramell Isaac here, Senior Art Director of PlanetSide, and Matt Higby, Creative Director of PlanetSide 2. What do we got today?
Oh, dude, I don't even know if I could get through this entire list. This is such a big list of content.
It's a gang load of stuff.
It's a gang load. The little bar they put over here with all the stuff?
Yeah.
It's going to be loaded the hell up.
All right, let's start.
All right, ready?
We're going to play with these bars. Last week, they kind of showed off
the bars?
The skills,
yeah.
Man. They showed off the skills, so I'm gonna pull out some stuff.
You're going to try? Oh, you got some.
I got some good stuff
moves?
for them, yeah.
Great, perfect.
Go ahead, run it down. What we got?
All right, first off, we're going to talk a little bit about the trailer. Trailer, yep. And then we're going to have...
We're talking about the blur trailer, right?
The blur trailer.
The blur trailer.
Yeah, the blur trailer.
All right,
that's up here.
Let's do it.
And then after that, we've got China Joy. Mm-hmm. We just got back from China Joy, so that's cool. We're going to talk a bit about that with our very own John Weathers.
Yeah, we got a special guest today.
Special guest. All right, then after that, we got a beta update. Indeed. We're in beta now. Have you heard?
I heard about that.
I saw an email about it.
Somebody told me, dude. I was like walking down the street. I went like to McDonald's or whatever, and he was like, "Hey."
You didn't go to McDonald's?
No, I don't go to McDonald's. But I was like near one. And the dude was like, "Hey, you heard beta style?" I was like, "Yeah, I didn't know."
You know, you're really interrupting my roll through the content here.
Let's roll through this content.
All right, sorry. Totalbiscuit. Totalbiscuit was here. We got a quick interview with him.
Sweet.
So that's going to be awesome. And then, of course, we got fan spam to round it out.
Spam.
Everybody's favorite.
I love that segment. That segment's awesome.
I love it too.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Blur trailer. Dude, awesome.
That was really cool.
Really cool.
Those guys at Blur, they really know what to do. When you give them a goal, they kind of like, "Hey, let's do this," and we're like, "Oh yeah, we didn't even think about that." So they're like, they really like to embellish and give like 110%. Actually, give you like better ideas than you actually started with.
Totally, yeah. They're artists for sure. I mean, they're not there to advertise. They're creating their vision too.
Yeah, and the Blur trailer actually generated a lot of buzz for PlanetSide 2.
A lot of blood.
A lot of blood. Yeah. Especially at the end when you got
blood
going in shanked, the game. Dude. You got shanked at the end, so I'm sorry, dude.
You know something?
I don't have to roll like that, son.
Something that I don't think people probably would have picked up from that Blur trailer is we actually started working on that. The first meeting we had with those guys about it was before E3 in 2011.
Yeah, it took a long time.
It was over a year of work.
Took a long time.
I mean, it came out, we've had it. We've just been holding it back for a really long time before releasing it. So
yeah, and in most cases, I think it was pretty much our fault though.
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
like, oh yeah,
we want this, we want this.
Yeah, the button on the guy's shirt, it wasn't buttoned. Could you do that? It's like, dude, really?
You had to have them add in that whole VS attack sequence at the end.
That was not my idea.
Right.
Actually, that was yours.
Whatever.
You had to finish it off.
Whatever. It
was actually, I don't know if we're gonna do like a roundup on that thing at any point in time, but before we came to a finish on it, it was like we were almost done, and then we added the drop pods.
Yep.
Like the whole drop pod, every sequence in between the fighting, that wasn't there before.
Right.
We actually added that like way after the fact. Mm-hmm. I'm sure the guys at Blur was like, "Oh man."
No, they loved it. It was their idea. We said, "Hey, we want to do something that like ties the NC like busting in here and planting the beacon. Yeah. We want to tie that more into the rest of the story of the trailer and have that be like." Something else that happens. And they came up with the whole idea of having the drop ship up in the air and the drop pods coming in. It was cool. Came together great.
Sweet.
What's next?
We got Jonathan Weathers.
John Weathers is in studio. Where is John? I haven't.
Who the
is he
hell
around?
is John Weathers actually?
John Weathers?
Who is he?
He's one of the most enigmatic people you'll ever meet.
No, but what does he do on a team?
What does he do? Well, let's bring him in. We'll have him talk about it.
All right, let's do that.
All right. What is this?
Hello, my name is John Weathers. I'm one of the design leads on PlanetSide 2.
Is that so?
Yes, that is so.
Okay, so what is it that you do?
So if something's wrong, you talk to him.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Yeah. Get him.
Yeah, you got to go get this guy. He knows it all. What do you know? What can you tell us about what you do at PlanetSide?
So I oversee all the systems and all the UI that goes in the game. A lot of that I design myself. A lot of that I oversee other design. I'm very hands-on with all the implementation of that design work too.
Mm.
Sweet. Mm-hmm. So we got you here so you can tell us about your experience at China Joy.
Was that your first time in China?
That was my first time in China, yeah.
Yeah. So China Joy, big show. What did you think of it?
It was chaotic, to say the least. Our game showed well. Our stage is actually pretty impressive.
It was cool.
I was pretty stunned when I saw it for the first time. I think there was about 60 computers set up. We had a line full of people that I would guess took an hour or 2 hours to get through.
Yeah.
People, as soon as they were done playing the game, would line up again to play the game again. I was talking to some people that were playing for 5-6 times, so I thought that was insane.
And it's hours long wait each time too.
Right.
So you saw some other games too. You walked around the show. Like how many booths were there? What was it like?
There were a ton of booths. I don't even feel I got to experience the whole show. There's just hall after hall of all these booths. And
were the games pretty good though? Did you get to play
games? Were different. There were a lot of games that you wouldn't typically see over here. A lot of free-to-play games. A lot of I don't want to say non-AAA title games, but there were definitely a lot of different production values than here.
So would you say overall, I mean, you're kind of a little bit biased, but overall, would you say that PlanetSide stole the show at China Joy?
Absolutely.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Even though we didn't have like the rock concert like right across blasting everybody like everybody else
We
did.
didn't have like, giant line of booth babes with short skirts on and stuff.
In retrospect,
we didn't need that though.
Probably should have had that. I don't know.
Really? Why? What would you
I
need
don't
that
know.
for?
Yeah, maybe
Who wants
not.
to see that stuff?
I think John's into that.
This guy?
Yeah, it's whatever.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it
Sweet.
sounds cool, man. It was
Nice
pretty
little
cool.
update. Glad you had fun, dude.
Yeah, it was okay.
Welcome back. All right, so we're going to give you a beta update because beta started.
Beta started. Beta's doing great. So far, we've started letting in active PlanetSide subscribers,
Yes.
and as well as the people who had previously been helping us out with the tech test.
Yep.
And we've turned on a lot of different servers. We have 2 West Coast servers, 1 East Coast server, 1 EU server right now, and we're going to continue to add more and more people to it. We're finding every day more and more stuff that needs to get fixed.
Yeah,
obviously.
Of course.
Finding
People got to understand it. This is a true beta.
Real
this
beta.
Is not like some. Oh yeah, hey, try the game for free. We're
Exactly.
in beta. Oh, we're gonna release in 2 weeks. Like what? Come on.
We're doing it old school. We're putting it out there with bugs in it. Beta testers are there to
That's
help
the
us
only
find stuff.
way to test PlanetSide 2.
Right.
The only way to put a whole bunch of people in there in a meat grinder and just grind them up and watch what falls.
We need to see thousands of people fighting.
Exactly.
And they need to be doing it for weeks and weeks so that we can figure out if the goals that last long periods of time actually work. So
Exactly. So if you got any, complaints, we'll get to those things. I mean,
Totally.
obviously, this is about fixing bugs. That's exactly what it's going to be. Some bugs in there. You got to trust that we're going to take care of them because it's all about the fans.
Yep. And for those of you guys who haven't made it into beta yet, who maybe have gotten keys from Twitter, we're going to be continuing to add more and more people to beta as we need more population to help us out with testing different server configurations, things like that. As we bring more continents online, we're going to need more people in there too. So, we'll continue to add more and more folks into the beta. If you're not in just yet, hang tight. You'll get in there eventually.
Exactly. Be patient. We got you.
We got you. We got all of you. All right. Well, next up, we had Totalbiscuit.
Yeah.
Variety gaming YouTuber extraordinaire Totalbiscuit was in the studio.
Too bad that kid's a TR, man. I don't like him. TB, you hear me? I don't like you, dude.
We discussed a little bit about his poor faction choice in this interview, actually. So let's take a look. Hey guys, I'm here with John Totalbiscuit Bain, the variety gaming caster extraordinaire. How you doing?
Not too bad at all.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people might not recognize that you kind of have a passion for PlanetSide that goes way back, right?
Yeah, it does. It was the first MMO I ever played after playing text-based MUDs for several years. It was the first game that I got into that had any kind of massively multiplayer element to it whatsoever. So that was a bit of a baptism of fire. I had no idea what I was doing when I first ended up dropping down. I actually remember the first time I dropped into battle. I ran around like an idiot for about 30 seconds, like I ran over by a tank. It's that's a good start. That should go well.
That's your first introduction to open world warfare?
Yeah, I just dropped down random. It's like, oh, there's explosions down there. Let's just drop in there. And there's a huge battle going on. I think I had a suppressor at that point, which is totally useless.
That's
Pop
not what
gun.
you want.
You're not going to get anywhere with that.
Yeah,
And,
especially against a tank.
Pretty much. I think it was a friendly tank as well, which is even worse. Oh, well, never mind.
So, I mean, you've gotten to play PlanetSide 2 more than a lot of people have.
Yep.
I mean, more than almost anybody off the dev team has, to be honest. strikes you about the game as it stands right now? Like, what are you excited about being able to do once the game is out there in beta? And
it's really a case of being able to do what we did with the original PlanetSide, but do it with an FPS engine that feels modern, that actually feels tight. And one of the bad things, I suppose, about the original PlanetSide was it had to sacrifice quite a bit to be a first-person shooter. It didn't quite feel right. There was a random element to the combat, the way Cone of Fire worked and things like that. You didn't have the modern conveniences like aim-down sights. You didn't have things like bullet drop.
Those feedback mechanisms that really make modern FPSs feel like a legit combat experience.
Yeah, exactly. It's the battle between authenticity and realism. It's not realistic, it's authentic. It feels like an authentic combat experience, but you know in the back of your mind, well, it's clearly not. It's a video game, and that's good, because I think a lot of people say we want a realistic game. Well, they don't really want a realistic game. If they wanted a realistic game, they would play something like that and they would be infuriated by it. What they want is something that feels like an authentic war going on, and PlanetSide always did that really well because of scale. Because you get these big battles that nothing else can do.
Yeah. So I mean, I know that like me, you're an ardent and true New Conglomerate fan. What is it about the New Conglomerate that makes you so dedicated to that cause?
I'm dedicated to the cause of destroying them. I don't know about that. The New Conglomerate are quite clearly a rebel faction of thieves and rabble-rousers, possibly even terrorists.
No, come on.
Say. Oh, it's true, really. I mean, we've seen the way that your armor looks. It looks like you stole it from your nearest big box store. I suppose in the future they might have big box stores for armor. You went in there, just grabbed a value pack. That's essentially what the NC is. It's the value pack of factions.
Stop trying to oppress us, man.
Well, if you weren't causing so much trouble in the first place, then this wouldn't have to happen. Everything was going just fine until you decided, oh, well, you know what? Red's not good enough for us anymore. We're going to have to go with the blue and yellow.
All right, you know what? We're going to have to settle this on the battlefield.
I think we can do that.
All right.
That sounds reasonable.
We're going to have to do it. Well,
we got more bullets than you. We'll be fine.
Yeah, you're going to need all those bullets, too.
We'll see.
I can make do with a few bullets, man.
I like a target-rich environment. Bring it on.
All right, well, thanks, man, for coming by and stopping in with us and checking out the game and all the coverage that you've done for the game so far. And we're looking forward to seeing a lot more.
All right, Totalbiscuit.
Totalbiscuit. Cool dude, bad faction choice.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Me and him agree on one thing. NC sucks.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't like you, TB. I'm coming for you. Let me see you in the game, kid.
Yeah,
Heavy assault in your face.
I haven't gotten a chance to run into him yet, but I'm going to give him a Gauss rifle right to the neck.
Exactly. He deserves it.
Well, that's it for the main stuff here. What do we have left? We got fan spam.
We got fan
spam. Love it.
We got to love that stuff, man. That stuff is awesome.
Let's see it. Let me see it. Give it to me.
Roll it. Roll it.
I thought some of those were really cool.
Yeah, fan spam.
Fan spam.
Fan spam. We love it.
Send your fan spam in. Send it in. It'll get featured.
This address right here.
Where?
Right
it's
in
here, dude.
Dude, check this out. I'm going to go ahead and erase that. Ball that up. Toss that away. Let me pull it out. Pull this out right there. Fan spam. Right there.
You spelled spam wrong.
That's them, dude. There you go, fan spam.
It's supposed to be with an M.
There you go.
Oh.
And back again. And back. Send it in.
That's amazing. Hey, if you guys like this, I don't know how you possibly could have, but if you did, there's a thumbs up. I think it's over here. Is it over here?
It's over there.
Is it?
I can see it.
Yeah, if you click that, we get a raise.
Sweet.
Right?
You
guys are going to give us a raise, right? That's how it works.
So we get like...
We actually get fed.
Yeah, we get like 10 likes.
10 likes.
10 likes is a good one.
For sure.
You get 100,000.
Yeah. 100,000.
100,000. So
and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. You're going to be missing out on all this fantastic content if you don't subscribe.
It's going to be awesome. We got more stuff coming too, so stay tuned.
And follow us on Twitter.
Exactly.
Tramell is over here at PST Ray.
Matt's like right here.
Where?
Like right above your head.
Oh, come on.
Like right there. That's Matt Higby. Then you can put mine up like right there.
Yep.
Put that right there.
So you can follow us on Twitter.
Get some 3D action on there, dude.
Then you can get 140 characters of this comedic wit.
Sweetness.
Every 30 seconds. How exciting.
All right. We're always on Twitter, so hit us up anytime.
I just tweeted actually while you were doing that.
Really? Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Yep. I was using my toes.
Hope it was a good one.
It was nasty. Yep. All right. Well, see you guys next time.
Sony.